Hi, I'm Kat and I work at Plenty at the Square. We are closed at the moment, so I'm spending a lot of time at home cooking, and this is the bread that we make in our house all the time. So you need 500 grams of flour, and you can use any kind of flour. You can use bread flour, white or wholemeal, or you could use self-raising flour or plain flour, any flour you've got already that you can get. So put the flour in first. And then we need 1 teaspoon of salt, 3 teaspoons of sugar, and then you need 1.5 teaspoons of yeast, and just a little tiny bit of oil, or you can use melted butter. And then you need 300 milliliters of water, and it's best if it's like warm but not hot. And you just mix that in a little bit until it starts to come together into a big lump. I'll show you what it looks like now. So then you mix it with your hands, just squash it together until it becomes all one piece. So then you need to transfer it onto a nice clean work surface, and then get all these gooey bits and just squash them into the middle. All you do really is just stretch the dough and then fold it, and turn it around and keep folding it like that. And if it feels very sticky, you can add a little bit more flour. If you use wholemeal, sometimes you need a little bit more water. Needing it, the longer you need it for, the softer and more fluffy it's going to be. Ideally, you want to do it for about 10 minutes. And the more you knead it, the more it goes into like a nice neat ball, and it'll be really smooth, and it shouldn't be sticky. You just pop it back into your bowl like that. I like to just run the tea towel under the tap a little bit so it's just slightly damp. And then just leave that somewhere warm and keep an eye on it. And after about an hour or an hour and a half, it should have doubled in size. Okay, so it's been about 2 hours and it looks like this now. It's full of bubbles and it's nice and puffy. So what we need to do is what's called knocking back, and then we're just going to press the air bubbles out of it, and then we're going to knead it a tiny little bit more. Once you've got it into a nice tight ball like that, we can put it onto a baking tray. If it's not a non-stick one like mine, you can put some flour on it to stop the bread from sticking. And we're going to leave it to rise for about half an hour to 40 minutes, and usually I wait for about 20 minutes and then I preheat the oven to 180 degrees. Okay, back again. So you can see the bread's risen again. It's quite a bit bigger than it was before. We're just going to dust the top with a bit of flour like that all over, and then you if you want to, you can cut a little split down the middle, and then we're just going to pop it in the oven. And it will take about half an hour. So here's our finished loaf, and you can check whether it's done by giving it a little knock on the bottom, and if it sounds hollow, that means it's cooked all the way through. If you're not sure, just pop it back in for 5 more minutes just to make doubly sure. Don't forget to look out for more mindful videos from the South Square Centre on Instagram and Facebook, and check out the hashtag mindfulmay. Thanks very much. Bye.